on realmemorylift.com. And it says here, attention Americans over 55 with memory problems. Harvard exposes memory parasites are quietly devouring the brain chemical that stores your most precious memories. Here's how to flush them out before it's too late. And this has signs, as I unmute this has signs it's coming from Brazil. And I'll tell you why. First off, in the URL, the domain name for this, there's code with Portuguese words. And that's not a big surprise because I've seen before most of these scams, it seems like these days, come from Brazil. Also, if you look down here, it says 24.321 comments. It, of course, should be a comma, correct? But it's not because I guess people in Brazil don't understand we use a comma there or they got that wrong. And that's something I see all the time, too, for these sorts of things. These organizations down here, International Journal of Obesity and all these others, don't have anything to do with this. And the scientific references list is just a list of references. It means nothing. So if you scroll back up here, it just says it's on a page called Health. And if you just try to go to realmemorylift.com, just the homepage, you see this. Suspected phishing. This website has been reported for potential phishing. Phishing is when a site attempts to steal sensitive information by falsely presenting itself as a safe source. Not a good sign, right? I'm going to ignore and proceed because, okay, so this is the homepage. It just says, hello world, welcome to WordPress, because this is like the beginner's thing for WordPress before you set up your website. They haven't yet set up the main homepage. And you can see the text right here. Todos os, something about reserving. Let's see. Translate to English. All rights reserved. Okay. All right, great. So let's play the video here. I know some of you are waiting for that so you can hear exactly what's going on with this. And you might be kind of interested in how this unfolds and what this is all entailing. So watch and I will tell you what I think about all of this.
Who could have imagined that this simple ear trick could help fight dementia? Did you know that memory loss is not a condition of the mind? Most people don't know, but the real reason behind Alzheimer's and dementia has less to do with age, lifestyle, or genetics than we initially thought. Here's the problem. No matter what pills you take or what treatments you try, you're only treating the symptoms. Pay attention. Eventually, you'll start forgetting names or small details.
So that's Dr. Stephen Gundry, and he has nothing to do with this. It's like a deepfake AI audio thing where they're manipulating his visuals and his lip movement and his audio, his vocals, to make it sound like he endorsed this, but he never did.
Yes, misplacing your keys or glasses, or forgetting why you walked into the room. This is when your family starts wondering if you can take care of yourself, and before you know it, you're being sent to a nursing home. Fortunately, there's a solution for this. A renowned neuroscientist made an astounding discovery while studying a little-known area of the brain. He was surprised to find that memory problems seem to stem from a single root cause. More importantly, he revealed a simple, natural solution that you can start using tonight. This solution now makes it possible to improve memory function, increase brain power, and sharpen focus.
So really quick, they're already promising you it's going to be like a recipe. They say you can start it tonight. Look, check out these herbs or this juice or whatever. And this is the classic scam thing where they claim it's going to be a recipe and they're going to reveal it to you if you just keep watching. We're going to reveal it, we promise, in the next 3 minutes. And 3 minutes go by. In the next 3 minutes, they keep promising it to you. There's no recipe. They never reveal a recipe. It always ends up being a bottle of pills. And why do they do that? Because if they tell you at the beginning, hey, we got a bottle of pills to sell you, you're probably not going to watch. You might then ask, well, why at the end of the whole hour-long video or whatever this is, do people end up buying the bottle of pills? It's a good question. People invest an hour of their time or however long the video is. And then some of them decide, you know what? I just spent an hour watching this, may have forgotten about the promise of the recipe for some reason. And then they end up buying the bottle of pills because they are convinced at that point, maybe it has legitimacy and it doesn't. So that's what's going on with that. And know this. No doctors, hospitals, universities, celebrities, famous people of any kind have ever endorsed Memory Lift. This is an outright scam product where scammers keep changing the name of a memory support product, supposed memory support product, over and over again, like they do for all different sorts of scams, to try to sell people on buying stuff that's garbage, maybe a subscription, whatever, just to make money in some way by latching on to people who maybe are more vulnerable to fall for scams. That's not good.
All without pills or surgery. In fact, even 80-year-old patients who have been struggling for years were able to restore cognitive clarity and improve their memory this way. In the next 60 seconds, you'll have access to a step-by-step guide from Mark Harrison, an expert.
Mark Harrison, and he said in the next 60 seconds. And guess what? They're not going to give that to you in the next 60 seconds, of course.
who shows exactly how this simple memory routine trick works. No doctor visits, no spending a fortune. This is something you can.
There's no recipe.
Thousands of people are already using this natural solution and reported they can finally think clearly again and remember even the smallest details with ease. Now, imagine if you could regain control over your memory and mental clarity without resorting to expensive medications or invasive treatments. This is possible with a simple trick Mark Harrison reveals in his video. In the following video, Mark shows how you can incorporate this natural solution into your daily routine.
Also, that doctor looks so stock video-y, right? I mean, that's exactly the other people in this video do too. But then there are the recipe videos where it looks like a scammer. Someone in Brazil actually recorded a video of them mixing something up to pretend there's a recipe. It's like mostly stock video, misused Dr. Stephen Gundry video, and then some scammer shot video.
Finally, combat memory loss, increasing focus and improving your brain health. It's not a miracle cure. It's a simple but incredibly effective routine change. Watch the complete video below.
Have you ever noticed how some people in their 70s and 80s can remember every detail of a conversation from last week, while others in their 40s struggle to remember what they had for breakfast?
Okay, so let's talk more about Mark Harrison. I thought at first when we saw the first few clips, he was going to be a stock video sort of an actor. This looks like someone that was hired off of Fiverr.com, or maybe a website that offers the ability for people who do acting or spokespeople kind of work to help you make a video, to participate in your video, like an old infomercial sort of a thing. Except we should know better to not do these sorts of things or accept money for these sorts of jobs, especially whenever you're reading the script and you should be able to tell it's a scam. But, in this case, I guess he just went along with it.
It's strange, isn't it?
Whatever his name really is. I don't know. It's not Mark Harrison probably, or whatever he said.
Most doctors will tell you it's genetics or normal aging. And that's exactly what I thought too. Until researchers at Stanford University discovered something hiding in our brains that changes everything we thought we knew about.
Stanford has nothing to do with this.
Nonetheless, if you've ever experienced that gut-wrenching feeling, that moment when precious memories slip through your fingers,
and his office is so generic looking too.
Senior moments.
I am a doctor actor.
Isn't forgetfulness just part of getting older, like gray hair or reading glasses? That's what I believed, until a groundbreaking study from Stanford researchers revealed something that changed everything.
He looks like the guy from 30 Rock. What's his name?
Looking at brain scans of people experiencing these senior moments, they discovered something terrifying. Invisible predators literally eating away at our brain cells, neuron by neuron. These brain-eating toxins silently infiltrate your neural pathways, destroying vital connections in your mind. And they're getting stronger.
All right, shut up. Okay, so no one wants to hear you talk anymore. Stay away from anything promising you memory support, especially, if you find it online, but you can't find any credible information and you haven't gotten a doctor to sign off on what you're looking at, because there are too many scams out there. If you see this on Walmart.com or Amazon.com or eBay, don't think that makes it legitimate. It doesn't. That just means that third-party sellers are using those websites to sell the product. You might be thinking, well, Walmart, you mean it's in Walmart in the actual building, Walmart in my town? No, only online, Walmart.com, where they allow third-party listings for, kind of like on Amazon. You can go on there and sell anything you want. It's complicated to set up, but you can sell stuff. And that's what's going on there. You might be wondering, well, why does Walmart.com and Amazon.com allow scams? Why does Facebook and Instagram accept money from scammers to allow their ads to begin the whole scam funnel? It's a good question. It's a great question. And it's because, they want money, I guess. I don't know. Let's take a wild guess. They want money, right? Anyway, what a world we live in, where scams are on Facebook and Instagram by the thousands of different ads. Scam ads, meaning they're accepting money for scam ads. Thousands of scam ads. Nothing is done to substantially ensure that they don't do that. And they're just allowed to get away. If you, someone who's not a multi-billion-dollar corporation, try to commit, let's say, an act of fraud, you would probably receive a knock at the door. But if a big corporation, for example, Meta, did something to help scammers, basically accepted their money to allow their scam to thrive, are they going to get a knock at the door? Is anything substantial going to happen? No. And that's the way the world works these days, isn't it? It's really sad. And there's nothing that's going to be done. I don't see, I always say this, I don't always, but I sometimes say, if Meta did get hit with a fine by the FTC or something like that in the future for allowing scams in their ads and accepting money for scams, accepting money, not just allowing ads, what's going to happen? It's a fine. Meta pays the fine. Maybe you could theorize they might let some people go who are lower rung in the company, to make up the difference. And are the people at the top of Meta, the executives, the leaders, whatever, are they really going to feel that whenever the company gets hit with a fine? Probably not. So what does this really solve? A fine? Nothing. I don't know. So that's my rant, right? Like, comment, subscribe. There's a thanks button down below too, the heart-shaped symbol with a $sign. And thank you so much for watching.